GunninGamerz here. Well, as you may have already heard through either the Twitch live streams or the previous video, this is the video rolling out our Farm Simulator 2013 24/7 server. The name of it will be GunninGamerz on YouTube. All of the information for this server is going to be in the description of this video, and I would highly encourage you to save this video in your favorites or however you wish to do, and always refer back to it in the future if you're trying to get connected to either the server or the Teamspeak server that is going along with it. So we'll have everything in there, and then the other important thing is I've got 32 mods that will be included in this server that you will need to have in your Farm Sim mods folder in order to play on the server. So I've got everything in one folder on my Google Drive, so it'll be easy for you to download. As far as putting those mods in, there may be some instances where you may already have some of those mods, and so when you copy it in and paste it, all those zipped mod files, you may get a message that says, do you want to copy over it? And I would recommend doing so that you make sure you've got the exact same that the server is, so that there's no issues between the different files and whatnot in the game. So otherwise you may have some problems connecting. One other thing too with the Teamspeak, both the Farm Sim server and Teamspeak are good for up to 10 players. So that means the Teamspeak, I just want to get this out right away, this is not to be used for other personal chatting. If you're out of the Farm Sim server, please, as soon as you do that, please get out of the Teamspeak server as soon as you can. And that way other people that are joining onto the Farm Sim server are able to get into the Teamspeak. Otherwise, if I kind of catch people hanging out in there, I'll just have to boot them. It's no big deal, but I'd just like you guys to help me out with that. And another note too, I really don't want to be babysitting in here. I've babysat with Battlefield servers, and their way to deal with hacking and all kinds of people doing bad stuff, and it really kind of drove me nuts. The farm simming stuff, we don't really got to worry about all the hacking and things like that, but if somebody's just being a real dink in there, shoot me an email to GunninGamerz@gmail.com, and I'll definitely look into it, and if we need to remove somebody, we will. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Both the Twitch and the Teamspeak and the Farm Sim server will always be passworded. Again, the passwords will be always in the description of this video. So that way it's kind of an exclusive thing for my fans of GunninGamerz. Other than that, we'll just dive in. We're going to have a quick look around. I have modded the Westbridge Hills map. Technically for that map, you wouldn't need the DLC, 'cause anybody can have that map. So if you want to play in single player with the map, you can do that, because you're going to get the file in the group of files that you're downloading from me. You'll have it, so you can go in and play. And it's just, I didn't do a lot to the map. We'll talk about that in just a moment when we look at it, but I did enough to really make it a whole lot more fun. And the only bad news is I have decided to go ahead and use the titanium pack. I didn't use any other Farm Sim pack. I might put the Urasis tractors in there eventually, that pack, because I do like a lot of the stuff it comes with, but I tried to keep it best I could as far as people that don't have all the expansions. I only have a couple myself, but the titanium it's $20 on Steam. You're just going to have to cough up the money and buy it. I don't know what else to say. Again, I do apologize, but that pack has got so many good things that I think are really kind of a necessity in a big open map like Westbridge Hills, that I just couldn't see, not using it. So you're going to have the titanium DLC in order to join into the server. So this is kind of an experiment, because if we get a Farm Sim 2015 this fall, and this server goes very well, then I'll go ahead and flip it over to a 2015, and we'll have one running maybe from day one. Or as soon as we can get it up and going after 2015 comes out. If we get a 2015, we still haven't heard anything official yet. So this is a really good experiment. I've rented the server out till this fall already, and we'll see how it goes. If it ends up nobody's in there playing, we'll just we'll close it down. But I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've wanted to play the Westbridge Hills, and I just don't have time to go in there and start all over brand new again, and I don't feel like using money mods or anything like that. So I think this will be a whole lot of fun. We've got some really exciting mods in there, like I put the Follow Me, I put my HUD hider, I love that. We've got the ES limiter, so we can, you know, turn up the speeds of the tractors when we're hiring helpers. Got my Ford F350 GunninGamerz edition. We've got just a bunch of American tractors, and again, I can only put up to 1 gigabyte of mods on there, and it's almost full. I left a little tiny room left so that if another really good mod comes along, we can throw it in there. But I'm 91% full already with just these 32. So I know there's a lot of good mods, but you know, it's okay to request different mods if you'd like, but just know that I really can't add too much more. It's going to have to be pretty dang good for me to put it in there. So that's kind of what we're looking at on the list here, and you guys will be able to download this and see exactly what it is. But anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into the server and have a look at what we got going on. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump in to the server. The first thing that you're going to need to do is click on multiplayer, join game. Now for me, and I don't know if this is because the server has just been started just a few minutes ago, I've been shutting it off when I get out because I've been you know, tweaking some things. But you got to go into international, and you will need to probably filter to find it, because I have gone through my list and it may just take a while for it to show up on here, but I have not seen it when I scroll through at all. So if you don't see it, click on filter and just type in gun, G-U-N. Hit save and you will see it, GunninGamerz on YouTube and Westbridge Hills. Now you're probably, if you didn't get the mods downloaded correctly, this is going to be grayed out and it's going to tell you in the details that you're missing a ton of mods. But this is a quick little sneak peek of some of the mods that are in here. A couple John Deere and some placeable things. Some of the things that I need to have in there. Again, the Westbridge Hills. This is somebody that took the modded or the DLC map and opened it up for modding, and I went in and made some modifications to that. So I kind of would think that if you don't have this map, maybe you don't have the DLC, unfortunately you won't be able to come play in the server, but you could still download this pack and you can play Westbridge Hills with my couple of mods on it. So we're going to go ahead and click on start. Password right now is Twitch, as well as the Teamspeak. And again, I don't know if that'll change. It may change periodically if need be, but that's what I've got it set to right now. And always refer to the video description to get the latest password. And now we're ready to click start. So once we're in here, you'll notice right away a couple of things that look different. We got a barn that's missing over here that was sitting in the middle of this field, and then we've got some stuff in the distance. So I'm gonna hop around on some of the equipment here, and this server right now, I think I may put it to real time. Right now it's times 5, 5 times the regular speed, and I might you know, just keep it at that and let it run 24/7. So basically, when the server is empty right now, what happens is it pauses, and I'm thinking about unchecking that so that even when we're not in here playing, the clock is still ticking. And we'll just see how it goes. For right now, I might keep it on pause, but when it becomes more popular, I might just go ahead and let it keep running. So I'm getting kind of a terrible you know, ping right now on this server. Probably go in and check it here. 70, it's kind of high for me. I'm uploading a video to YouTube right now, so I've got no upload bandwidth whatsoever. So that's the only reason it's a little shaky. Now this server as well as the TeamSpeak are both located in Chicago, so it's kind of central here in the US and a little bit close to Canada, but those that are in Australia and Europe, don't know what to tell you. You'll have to come in the best that you can. and hopefully we get fairly good you know, ping in here. So the first thing you'll notice is I've gone ahead and removed the fence link here for the ability to back up to our wheat and our water. So we're going to have wheat and water that we're going to be feeding, and that'll give us a 10% boost, so we'll have 110% on our chickens, on our eggs. Just like my other map that I modded, I've got the collision on two walls, these two walls on each chicken coop turned off, so that you can walk inside, and I've got exactly 50 eggs that will spawn on the floor of this coop and 50 eggs in this one. So we only have to go into those two. And then I ended up deleting the little fence deal that was right here, which kind of looked weird anyway. And my intention was of putting the gate like in my other map, if you see my other videos, and putting the vehicle gate here. However, there is something, some trigger or something, probably for the spawning of vehicles that comes up pretty close to here, and it will not allow me to place any kind of fences. We'll take this fence door here. I can't buy things. We gotta unlock the admin password. Oh, did you think I was gonna show it to you here? I don't think so. Now that we're successfully logged in as admin, I can go ahead and purchase things. So I will be doing all the purchasing in here, and I may allow others to do purchasing in the future, but right now I'll just be in here several times a day, if need be, purchasing things. But let's jump back to the little fence door, and you'll see what the problem is here. Gotta figure out where I am here. So the problem that I've run into is that got our little fence door. I might be able to slide now. With both of them, the closest I'm able to get is right here where my mouse is for the gate, and then they disappear and I get this message that it can't be placed here. So that's the only casualty of my edit, and I already had all this stuff put down, and I was going to move everything over here, but it was just so much dinking around. And if you've been to any other farm in real life, it's not uncommon to have you know, chickens just running around the farmyard. So I just decided we'll just leave this open and it's fine. The chickens won't leave this area. They're on a navigation mesh which stops right at the edge of this fence. It doesn't matter. You could remove this whole fence. They would never walk out of this area. And even if they did, you could run them over without killing them. So we're just going to leave these open. That way we can back up, and I left it as that. So I I added a bunch of trees here to make this look a little bit nicer, and put some dirt textures in all three animal areas. I added dirt, make it look a little bit more realistic. Over here, did a little bit as far as this tree used to sit way out here, and I just opened this up a little bit so we can back into our straw barn with the semi. Let's just hop around to our sheep area, and you'll notice the wool pallet mod right here. We've got that, not wool pallet, well that's over there. The water mod I meant is right here, and I've got the placeable water mod to put a pipe right here that will do just like in the other maps, so that we can pull a water tanker right up here, fill it off the pipe, and you know, fill that at the same time, so that we get the 10% bonus for our sheep. I kept this all the same, removed this right here, a fence link that will place a you know, a gate in here, which will fit perfectly. I just haven't done it yet. I'll get that in there right away, and that way we'll have access to our sheep area if we decide we want to mow this, or for whatever reason, if we need to get in here. There's also a water fill up there at this point, but I'm just going to I'll just leave that alone there. We'll put another one right next to it over there. And I flattened this out, and of course added a shed for some of our equipment, and again the wool pallet mod is in here so that this will spawn a pallet. And one thing, I was following the directions this time instead of last time when I did not, and right now when it spawns a pallet in, I notice that it spawns it in and it moves it down 2 spots, so there's always an empty spot right here. that's the way it told me to do it this time. Last time I think I realized that, and I'd gone back in and re-edited it so that when it spawned a pallet and it got full, it moved it down here, because this is really the first slot in the conveyor. So I'm not sure why that ended up like that, but I was following directions this time, and that's the way it is. So we still should be able to fit the full 16. There's 16 spots, but this one will account for one as well. And 16, I believe, is the number that you get into the transport pack. So in the transport pack trailer, which of course we have definitely put in there again. These are some of the mods that we have. This is our wonderful trailer here. This is the truck that actually came with it, but we use the semi from the DLC. I might go ahead and buy this one instead, though. I think it works pretty good. I've tested it, but we've got this one in here, and that fits, I think, 16 wool pallets. So I've had people ask, to make like the whole shed a big pallet spawn, and I don't know, get 10,000 sheep. But realistically, we'll probably only have 1,000 or 2,000 sheep, and even with that many sheep, it would only need to be done once or twice a day. It would fill it up. I'm guessing maybe no more than 2 times a day, which at that speed and with several people in here, there's no reason why we couldn't come over here and just empty this out. So that's our sheep area, and we'll move on to our cow area. Now, it doesn't look like I've changed a lot over here, but if you look, I've removed another fence link to put in a gate, and if we turn around, voila, we leveled out the hillside, dropped the gas tank and a shed to keep some of our stuff. The little shed that was connected onto this doohickey here, I've removed so that we can try to have a little bit of area to get our vehicles. It was kind of a tight squeeze to get it all in there, but we've got that. There's our biogas over there. And the big changes, of course, are going to come down here. God, it's so laggy right now. I have 0 upload bandwidth available, so it's really probably getting owned, but for the sake of explaining this, it'll work. Here's our water for the cows, and again, I'll drop in a pipe over here to fill the water tanker while it's filling this, especially when you get a lot of sheep and cattle. You could run like 5 to 10 loads just to fill the dang thing. So once this is full with water, it'll have a nice texture to it. So we've got the water, which again will give us a 10% boost with the milk. And just changed dirt, added a few trees, made dirt look a little more realistic where the cows would be walking a lot. And here's a big change over here. I ended up kind of murdering the field that was over here. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I deleted a field over here. This will be our hay and our straw barn. Or, equipment or something, but I'm thinking we're going to just pack one full of hay and one full of straw. I'm assuming that there'll be a difference in here. The grass being brown, I've never played this map, but there should be hay and straw. Anyway, we'll put one in one and one in the other. And then I ended up just having it come out to here where I kind of leveled out this area. And then I started looking around, and there really was nowhere good to put greenhouses without taking up valuable field space. And I thought, why not just flatten this out and make a nice area to put gravel and just have a big area where we can just fill this full of greenhouses. The tomatoes, the lettuce, the herbs, the beehives, just whatever. Solar panels. I mean, probably wouldn't drop too many of those right here, but we could. We could put windmill over here, around there in the hills somewhere. But we've got a big area just to put some of that kind of thing. And so I took up most of that field, and that way we've got our manure right there, and we can fill. We've got water. We drop a water pipe somewhere over here, and we got water and manure real close to fill those greenhouses without too much work. So then the original field used to come down somewheres in here, and like I said, I ended up just deleting that whole field, and then I combined what you can see on the map here where the original field came down. And I just ended up combining these and making this field really big. And I'm thinking this will probably be grass, so that we've got close grass to cut and feed our cattle. And then we can mow this entire area, even outside of where the original field is. We'll just mow this. So that's probably what this will be. And so that's pretty much it. I've made several other little changes. We're going to be selling this equipment. I had to go in. I was a little bit offended by all the trash in the yard and the uncut grass and the sofa. I don't know what those Europeans think of us Americans, but I had to delete the grass in the front yard. I got rid of the little economy car and had to put the truck in the driveway, and deleted the sofa and the trash piles. I deleted a lot of trash piles that were laying around the map. It just made it look like us Americans are such pigs, and that's just not the case. That's kind of a silly thing I did, but I just went ahead and did it. Kept the trampoline though, so we can still jump like in Goat Simulator. It's just not the same though. Other than that, I can't think of, just a few little changes. I only spent maybe 10, 12 hours editing total, whereas, I spent over 100 plus easily in the other map that I did. But again, you guys don't have to have the Titanium DLC to get this map. Download my pack and you'll have all those mods and this map. You'll just need the Titanium DLC if you want to come online and play in the server with us. We'll jump back in here for a second. I've got the hoarding fence that can actually block off a shed if I decide to keep certain equipment out of reach, which I don't intend on doing, but that's what that is. It goes up in front of those sheds, and only people that can add it are admin, or can open it rather, are admin and such, but I don't intend on doing that. It's kind of cool though, it swings open. That's what that is, and you can't walk through it, you can't drive through it. You could still spawn in the shed and make a mess, but like I said, I hope everybody acts mature, doesn't abuse the TeamSpeak or what we have going on here with the server. If it becomes a big pain in the butt, just be honest with you, I'm just gonna delete the whole deal. I'll probably keep it open and just put a private password and only let people in during my Twitch live streams. I really hope it doesn't come down to that. I hope people can be more mature and we can all have a lot of fun in here. Some of the other quick changes that I've made, I see if I can find them here. I was going to combine some fields and make some things bigger, but I didn't. I did square up a couple of the fields. I added in the train over here just for looks. Had to have a big train in here. Had to. 2 locomotives. And it's actually, on the other end of the tunnel here. But down at the actual train yard, there was 1 locomotive with 1 trailer that was not even really any grain in it, and I went ahead and put a couple more cars in there. Just kind of cleaned a few little things up. The biggest one, and I still get lost in here. Oh, there's our little feed store. I don't think I did a lot over there. And there's town. Changed a couple things there. Here's our farm. Didn't really do a whole lot. I spun the gas thing around. Not a big deal. Basically just want to get those mods in there with the water, the wool. Those were my primary concern. And then, of course, there used to be a barn here, which kind of drove me nuts because it did nothing. It was just like one of these or something. It was one of these. Deleted that and kind of flattened that back out and made the field a regular size now. So this is a big square field. It's probably one of the first ones that we'll end up purchasing, being that it's pretty close proximity to our farm and our sheep area here. So again, it's not a major bunch of modding that I did, but just some to make it a little bit better. And it's a GunninGamerz exclusive. You can download it here. Jump in and play. I hope, again, if you do use the TeamSpeak, I hope that you'll take the time to configure it. Go into the options, set up your voice volume, set up your, make sure it's not open all the time, your mic, that it's only open when you're talking, and, adjust the sensitivity and the volume. TeamSpeak is free. It takes you just a minute to download it. Go to teamspeak.com or just put TeamSpeak in Google. Go there and download the TeamSpeak 3 for Windows client or whatever you have, and get it installed. Take a minute to configure it. Within 5 minutes, you'll have TeamSpeak set up. It's free again. Join in the TeamSpeak and if you wish, otherwise you don't have to. But please get out of the TeamSpeak if you're not in the farming map, especially if this is full. We want to make sure that whoever's in here farming has the ability to be in the TeamSpeak. One last thing is I don't want anybody to get butthurt if I have to remove them, because if I'm in the middle of recording something or a live stream, especially the Twitch live stream, and I decide to go in here and do some playing, if I have to remove somebody to make room for myself, please do not get butthurt about that. Take no offense. Come back in if there's an opening. But I can't sit there and wait around during a live stream for a spot to open, so I might just have to bump somebody or two people if Aiden is going in with me. It's pretty much about it. I hope everybody enjoys it. Please don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Share this video with your friends if they play Farming Simulator. You know, rate the video. Let me know if you like it. Leave a comment. Let me know, is this a good idea? Do you like that I did this? This is, you know, money coming out of my own pocket. It's not a terrible amount of money, but, you know, if this works very well, we are going to be at the forefront of the new farming if and when it comes out. And we're going to have a server up and going, and GunninGamerz on YouTube is going to be the place to go for some good videos. You guys take care. Thank you for the past year. Thank you for the success of my YouTube channel. I hope that maybe I could be at 100,000 next year subscribers. I don't know. But again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Aiden does too. And we'll catch you in the server. Take care.